In a quiet village, at the edge of a dusty road, lived an old woman named Martha. Martha was kind, wise, and always happy. The people of the village loved her dearly and often visited her to seek advice or share their problems. One day, a young man from the village approached Martha and asked, "Why are you always happy no matter what happens? You never seem sad. Don't you ever feel bad when things go wrong?" Martha smiled gently and replied, "My dear, life is full of ups and downs. Some days are good and some days are bad. But I have learned that happiness comes from within, not from what happens around me." The young man was confused and asked, "What do you mean? How can you be happy when bad things happen?" Martha began to tell him a story from her own life. "When I was young, I had a family, a husband and children. We were not rich, but we were happy. One day, my husband became very sick. We did not have enough money to buy medicine. We tried everything we could, but he passed away. It was the saddest day of my life. I cried, and I thought I would never be happy again." The young man listened closely as she continued. "After some time, I realized that being sad all the time would not bring my husband back. My children needed me, and I needed to find a way to live again. I understood that life will always have good and bad moments, but I decided I would not let the bad moments steal my happiness." Surprised, the young man asked, "But how did you do that?" Martha smiled and said, "Every morning when I wake up, I tell myself, today is a new day, and I will find something to be happy about. Some days are harder than others, but I always find something, even if it is small. Maybe the sun is shining, a flower is blooming, or I see a friend. There is always something to be thankful for." The young man hesitated and asked, "But what if something really bad happens? How can you still be happy?" "It's not easy," Martha replied, "but I remind myself that everything passes. Even bad times do not last forever. When something painful happens, I tell myself, this too shall pass. I focus on the good things I still have, my health, my friends, or simply the fact that I am alive." She looked at him kindly and said, "Happiness is a choice. You can choose to focus on the bad and be sad, or you can choose to find the good and be happy. It's not always easy, but it is possible." The young man thanked Martha and left her home, determined to try her advice. Since that day on, I have searched for something good in every situation. Slowly, I have noticed his life improving, even when things went wrong. I have learned to stay positive and find happiness in the small things. Martha's wisdom spread throughout the village. More and more people came to understand that happiness is not about what you have or what happens to you, but about how you see life. The village became a happier place, inspired by the wise Martha who taught them the secret of true happiness. Happiness is a choice that comes from within. No matter how difficult life becomes, we can always find joy in small things. Life's challenges will pass, but a positive attitude helps us remain strong and content. If this story spoke to your heart, show your support by liking this video. Share it with someone who needs peace today. Subscribe to Awaken Greatness and keep walking your journey forward happiness.